Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. It's this cute Christmas card that I created using my Big Shot. Here are the supplies that you need to gather together at home to make this card. Along with your Big Shot, you're going to need your platform. You're going to need your 2 standard cutting pads, your Peekaboo frames die, and your Snowburst textured impressions embossing folder. I also used my Simply Scored. For cardstock, I have Cherry Cobbler, Whisper White, Red Glimmer Paper, and Night of Navy. For my stamp sets, I used Pennant Parade and Tags Till Christmas. And because mine are clear mount stamp sets, I used Clear Block C. I used a couple of punches, my postage stamp punch and my 1-inch square punch. For ink, I used 2 markers, Cherry Cobbler and Night of Navy. I used Night of Navy 1/8 inch taffeta ribbon, some mini glue dots. Oh, I also used my 1-inch circle punch, and I have some ribbon cutting scissors, my paper snips, and my 1/16 inch handheld punch. I also have some Regal brads. I don't have them right in front of me right now, but I'll get them when I show you how to make the card. And I used my Stampin' Dimensionals. All right, I will be back in a moment and I'll show you how to use your Big Shot to create the pieces for the front of your card. Back in a moment. All right, so the first thing I want to do is texturize one of the pieces that's going to be a layer on the front of my card. So in order to do that, I've got my platform on tab 2. I've got my bottom standard cutting pad. I'm going to put my Cherry Cobbler cardstock inside the Snowburst embossing folder. And then I'm going to put on the top standard cutting pad. And then I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. And I still need my Big Shot for one other piece for my card front, but I don't need the platform or my embossing folder anymore for that. So for the next piece, I'm going to cut the Peekaboo frame. So to do that, I have the bottom standard cutting pad. I have my Peekaboo frames die, and I'm going to cover up just the circle Peekaboo frame with a piece of scrap Night of Navy cardstock, then my top standard cutting pad, and then run it through the Big Shot again. There we go. And here is the Peekaboo frame. I'm going to just poke out that little piece and bend it up. And there are the 2 pieces for my card front that I needed to prepare using my Big Shot. Now there's one other thing that you can do to add some nice detail to your card front. I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy cardstock, which is going to be my card base. It is 4 1/4 by 11, so I'm going to score it at the 5 1/2 mark, but I'm also going to score it at the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and the 10-inch mark. And then I have created for the front of my card, and you probably can't see it in the video, but I've got some really nice score lines that just add a nice detail to the card base. Now let me bring in my card and I'll show you what I did to complete it. On a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, I inked up the Do Not Open Till Christmas from my stamp set, punched it out using the 1-inch square punch, and then I've got a piece of red glimmer paper that I punched out using the postage stamp punch, adhered those together, and then put it on the card base. Here's my Peekaboo frame. I punched out using my 1-inch circle a piece of red glimmer paper and attached a brad from the Regal's brads inside. That's the Night of Navy. I also used my markers to, on a piece of Scrap Whisper white, put the little snowflake or star and the Mary, punch that out and put it on the card using a Stampin' Dimensional. The other piece on my card, you don't see that this is textured using the cherry cobbler, but when I had my club meeting this weekend, we decided to texturize the cherry cobbler layer, and it really added a nice touch to it. So although you don't see it on mine, I did demonstrate how to make it so you have a nice textured piece for the front of your card. And then to complete it, I just, after I adhered the cherry cobbler with the detail, with the Peekaboo frame on top, then I just added a piece of taffeta ribbon. I attached it with a mini glue dot, and that completes my Peekaboo card. For a complete listing of the supplies and the measurements for the cardstock that I used for this card, please visit my blog, www.nutzaboutstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure that you're a subscriber to my newsletters. I have an exclusive set of newsletters that come out every Wednesday called the 12 Weeks of Christmas. I also offer gift certificates, or I have a Christmas wish program if you would like friends and family to buy you some special Stampin' Up! Products for under your tree this year. Please check out my blog and contact me for information about that. You can place an order at my online store, or you can just ask me a question using the Contact Me button. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.